World Champion.
Jisai man to dantim nagais bandys man nugalėti. Bandys.
Me machine hit harder than Canelo to me. To be honest.
That's my dream come true. Years ago, I was going to watch Žalgiris play basketball, like with all the people supporting them and the atmosphere. I always get the goosebumps to fight in the same arena. Big achievement. It's my dream come true.
Ganėtinai varžovas jaunesnis už mane.
The champ's here. Pues que es un peleador ya veterano, ¿no? Que viene de vuelta, que se ha pegado con lo mejor del mundo, pero ahora se va a pegar con Molina, entonces eso me motiva muchísimo.
Vis dar dega viduje, noras kovoti, noras lipti į ringą.
My fighting style is make pressure, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just make pressure, be strong, be powerful, be aggressive.
Lo es todo este combate lo es todo. Voy a defender mi título por lo alto, así que estoy aquí muy contento.
And right now, the opportunity to win the European title, it's a big achievement for me, for myself. I want that belt. I want that belt to win here in Kaunas, and I want to keep it here.
Pues que le espera una gran pelea, una pelea dura, una pelea de inteligencia y se verá quién es el campeón.
Ramiai viduje jautiesi?
Labai. Visas darbas padarytas, buvo sunki treniruočių stovykla ir dabar tik smagioji dalis lipti ringą ir kovoti.
He's the European champion, good record, so this victory would put me on the list to fight for the world title.
No sé lo que espera de mí en el ring, pero me da igual lo que piense. Yo sé muy bien lo que voy a hacer, así que estoy tranquilo porque voy a ganar esta pelea.
Žalgirio Arena, aš sugrįžau į Kauną, lauksiu jūsų palaikymo.
Introducing blue again. He's 26 years of age. He's 1 meter and 75 centimeters. 32 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw in his professional career. From Saga Heredia, Spain, Samuel Molina. Fighting for red, he's 37 years of age. He's 1 meter, 75 centimeters, 24 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. For the first time as a professional, he's on the scene here in Kaunas, not as a young athlete chasing promise abroad, but as a warrior returning home. The city that raised him now rises for him. And all the people who watched him grow now stand behind him. Kaunas, jūsų čempionas atvyko vardan tos Lietuvos from Main Machine Boxing, Egidijus Kavaliauskas. The fight is 12 rounds, 3 minutes each. It's professional boxing rules. And the judges for the fight are Antonio Migliore, Italy, Pavel Hynek, Czechia, Uwe Lorch, Germany, EBU supervisor, also representing WBC, Jekaterina Krilova, ring referee, Marco Marzuoli. Here we go!
And here we go. We have a title fight here in Lithuania. First of this magnitude. We had professional title fights here in Lithuania, but never like this.
Not 12 rounds, not for the title, not with Egidijus Kavaliauskas and Samuel Molina.
Arena is
the
just
crowd is
going
behind
immediately.
The local legend.
The pressure is on, the fight is on, and fighters are here. Here we go, round one.
12 rounds of professional welterweight boxing.
Right now, he's just scouting. Slow approach, as expected.
Mean Machine with the jab to establish some distance, and Molina answers back.
As you can see, Egidijus is on his front foot immediately. This is his style, to pressure opponents, but Molina, what he does, he doesn't stay in a pocket. Yes, he's fighting on the back foot, but he's moving laterally.
And he gets out of the way by leaning a lot.
Right now, fighters just need to measure out distance, and the jab is working for Egidijus in those first punches.
As expected, pressure coming from the Lithuanian fighter. But Samuel Molina so far answering back and not letting Egidijus Kavaliauskas push him around the ring too much.
Molina right now is just trying to find those little pockets, you know? He's not really counter-punching Egidijus, but right now he's just trying to find those little openings to stop Mean Machine from pressuring all the way to the ropes.
Patient so far from Egidijus Kavaliauskas.
Mean Machine trying to cut off the ring.
Like you said, Martinez, he does set his shots up by attacking the body, being quite technical with it. It's not one-punch KOs. It's usually big setups that build up round by round. And if they don't work in the first round, it doesn't mean it won't work in the later ones.
That was really quick and good right hand from Samuel Molina, but Egidijus answers back.
Good shot there by Mean Machine.
I see blood coming, but I don't see the source. Egidijus is cut. Egidijus has a big cut over his left eye, or maybe under it. It's right on the side on his left eye, and it's going bad already. This is a turn of events we didn't expect, you know? But Egidijus is pressuring his opponent. You know, when you have a cut this early, you have that sense of urgency.
100% Martinez. And now Kavaliauskas hunting his opponent, putting him in the corner where he wants him. And some big shots there from the Mean Machine.
Molina took it on a glove, but Egidijus is trying to lure the Spaniard in the corner, trying to cut off the ring as good as he can, but Molina
10
is
seconds
really
left
evasive.
in this round. The opening round of 12 rounds of welterweight boxing for the EBU Championship. Here we go.
Egidijus, all I would say after a round like that is that Egidijus is putting on a performance right now. He's a pressure fighter. He scored a little bit more punches, but Molina is doing what he has to do, and he's doing that great. He's awaiting, he's moving laterally, and one thing that is a game changer right out of the bat is that cut on the left eye of Egidijus Kavaliauskas in the first round of a 12-round fight. That's a game changer for sure.
That will definitely become the target of Samuel Molina, I'm sure about that. When you see red coming from the face of your opponent, that's exactly where you want to strike. You saw the blood coming out of Egidijus Kavaliauskas' eyebrow. The cut is on the side though, so it shouldn't be a big issue, but if he keeps conceding punches to that side of the head, it might deepen and it might become a bigger problem.
Not sure.
Here we go. Round number 2 in this championship bout. Samuel Molina defending his title against Mean Machine here in Lithuania at his backyard. Molina again attacking both the upstairs and downstairs of the opponent.
Molina is trying to be more active in the opening of a second round, attacking the body, then switching up to the head.
He's feinting a lot at the beginning of this round.
And as you can see, Mean Machine, he sets up a lot of his combinations from a jab. He goes to the head, he goes to the body, and then look for a setup.
Good straight there from Egidijus Kavaliauskas, partially landing on Molina. You see the game plan from the Spaniard to attack the body. This is exactly what his corner wants him to do. Don't just headhunt, attack everywhere you see an opening.
Again, both fighters are measuring out each other. Trying to set up something.
See that blood streaming through the face of Kavaliauskas, who just was rattled by one of those left hooks.
That was a really good counter punch from Molina.
Now Molina moves out of danger. Like you said, Martinez, that lateral movement and head movement in general has been quite effective for Molina.
He's showboating a little bit.
Look at that speed, the footwork you were talking about. Molina is proving why he is the champion.
I guess right now he's just trying to look for openings. He's not throwing a lot of punches. He's just pressuring Molina and forcing him to react, watching in which direction his head moves, his body moves. Molina at the same time, he's just being active. He's scouting the range. He's being here. He's scoring points and just going round after round, establishing his rhythm. So both fighters are playing different games, but they have their own plans.
A lot of jabs now by Molina, both to the upstairs and downstairs. That jab establishing the distance for the Spaniard, and Kavaliauskas continues to pressure. 25 seconds left in the second round. Kavaliauskas, the nice combo, ending with that straight right hand.
Just like I told you, he's just setting him up. Slowly but surely, he is setting his own angles. And he doesn't need a lot of punches to do that. But Molina, he's really evasive and he is counter-punching really accurately. And that is he doing for a very good speed. And
that was a
nice clean jab to end the round, definitely.
But again, you could sense that Egidijus Kavaliauskas might be frustrated by the style of fighting from Samuel Molina. Like you said, very evasive, moving the head a lot, never staying in one place, and then getting out of danger as soon as he feels that the Mean Machine can pressure him into no space. So far, a great game plan from Samuel Molina, who's sort of neutralizing those heavy punches from Egidijus Kavaliauskas.
And you cannot take anything away from Molina because he's not just awaiting the exchanges, he's counter-punching. He's moving good, but he's throwing a lot too. So it's not like he's awaiting the fight, he's just fighting in his own style and he's doing that so far pretty good.
Quite a close round through the first 2 rounds. We're going to the third one out of 12 possible ones. And here we go, round number 3. Egidijus Kavaliauskas, Samuel Molina, who will walk out as the EBU Championship and WBC champion for honor. Some body jabs exchanged by both boxers to start the round. And again, we got a battle of distance management here. The lead hand is working overtime for both. Kavaliauskas now follows it up with a straight right hand. Almost an overhand punch. Good shot to the body there from Mean Machine.
But again, Molina is just covering up everything. He's reacting before the punch is being thrown. He's just really good at anticipating those situations.
He's rolling with it and just, like I said, making Egidijus Kavaliauskas whiff a little bit. Some swelling now on the right side of Molina's face. Dangerous exchange here.
Just, you need to understand how Egis is setting up his combinations. As you can see, he's stepping forward, he's doing that slowly, he throws out some jabs, some feints. As soon as he sees the good positioning of Molina, he tries to throw, but Molina, he's really creative with his footwork, and that allows him to escape a lot of shots. It's not the blocks, it's not the body movement, it's the footwork.
Great defensive showing so far from Samuel Molina, the defending champion. Good shots to the body by the Spaniard. And a jab to follow it up. Kavaliauskas now on the attack.
That was a nice combination, going for the body and then switching up and going for the head.
Molina forced to retreat, and now he's backed into his own corner. Firing those stiff jabs towards the Lithuanian. Kavaliauskas looking for some openings. Big shot to the body again, partially blocked. And again, evading those punches. That's what we're seeing from Samuel Molina so far. He's really hard to hit. That's one lesson we've learned in this fight so far. 5 seconds left.
And you know what he did? He silenced the crowd. That's Samuel Molina for you. He made this fight to go his way in this round, and the arena here in Kaunas is pretty silent. And you know, we talked a lot about can Molina actually fight in a hostile territory? How can he react to that energy? What he will do when he will hear all the boos and all the cheering going to Egidijus Kavaliauskas. But you know, in boxing and in all fighting business, when you fight great, fans either love you or they stay silent, and that's right here a situation here in Kaunas. So it's all in the hands of Egis if he is going to fire that crowd up.
You see some of these attempts to reach the opponent from the Mean Machine, but as we've been saying, Samuel Molina too hard to hit at the moment.
Seconds out.
And we're back to action here in Kaunas Žalgirio Arena. Round number 4. Kavaliauskas, just like in the first 3, stepping forward to start the round.
You know, again, Molina is doing a really great job from that mid-range, long-range distance, trying to counter-push Kavaliauskas and just throw him out of balance. What I want more from Egidijus is just more body work. It immobilizes your opponent. It doesn't allow him to move so much. And then you can set up something more. It can go from a jab to the body. It can go from a hook to the body. But at the same time, it works the same.
How many times we've seen Molina throw a shot and then duck under Kavaliauskas' hook? Time and time again, you see that repeating, and it's been a really successful way of evading Mean Machine's punches. Kavaliauskas now with a smile on his face.
He saw that many times in his career, an opponent who is trying to dance on the ropes, but this time, this opponent does not just dance on the ropes, he actually hits back.
He's throwing hard shots back, and he's being successful at it.
Again, you see, when he sets it up with a body shot, Molina cannot move, and it works the same way over and over again. Let's just see if Egis can capitalize on that.
Showboating here from Samuel Molina. Hands down, walking away, look at that. 1 minute 15 left in 4th round. Oh, that's a good check hook by Samuel Molina. Now he's confident, hands down. Like you said, Martynas, silencing the crowd a little.
He's getting more and more comfortable in that ring. Defending EBU champion is just showcasing why he's a champion right now. But look at that. Every time Egis throws to the body, Samuel Molina is in the place.
Egis now bleeding for both sides of his face. Both of his cheeks are cut.
That's a really dangerous situation to be in. It's not about the fight being stopped, but it's a way of making you feel discomfortable.
And so far, Samuel Molina really comfortable in Kaunas. Dancing around the ring, hands down. 10 seconds left in round number 4. And the Mean Machine trying to put a nice finish to the round. With no success.
Look, for now, Samuel Molina is just dictating this fight. He has the tempo, he figured out the range from Egidijus Kavaliauskas, and more importantly, he figured out the timing. He sees those setups from a mile above, and then he can move out of the way, or he can just throw his combination first. For Egidijus Kavaliauskas, he's too reliant right now on his jab. He's trying to pressure him, to cut off the ring, to push him back with a jab, but this is not working. The body shots, as we have seen, it's the only way to stop Molina from moving, immobilizing him, pushing him forward to the ropes, and then working. And those cuts, you know, some of those might have come from the bruising, some of those might have come from the punches, but they are changing the fight.
Some adversity for the local fighter, Egidijus Kavaliauskas. Both the cuts and the rounds, the way they've gone in the last few. And really, what speaks loudest is that silence in the arena, honestly.
You can hear the Spaniards actually singing their songs and being louder.
Kavaliauskas struggling to find the target from range. Molina moving out of the way whenever he sees a shot coming, and being really confident in his ability to outbox Kavaliauskas so far.
Egis just needs to cut the ring more than a step forward. Otherwise, Molina is just going to be running around on those ropes.
We've seen Kavaliauskas being frustrated with his opponents running around, but that's something he needs to fix mentally. You can't focus on what the opponent is doing. You need to focus on what you're doing. And so far, he's struggling to find the right distance and find the right shots. There was some success with the body work. Maybe he needs to go back to that, but Samuel Molina is just really, really good defensive boxer.
Egis is just staying out of the pocket right now. A few jabs to the head, a few jabs to the body, but Samuel Molina is the one who is working right now, even staying in the more in the middle of the ring. But you have to see those points whenever the jab connects.
Good shot there from Mean Machine.
Molina is frowning from those shots, so it's not like Egis doesn't have power anymore. Molina feels them really well. And again, you can see that. He's frowning, he doesn't like it. It's not about just getting hit, it's about the sting that he carries.
And we've seen Mean Machine put opponents down later in the fight. Doesn't matter how the fight is going.
Again, very nice right hook.
That power is still there. 35 seconds left, round number 5 of this championship bout.
No, Egis, again, now just outside the pocket.
I feel like he smells some blood. Both him and Molina are bleeding, but hunting season is on for Kavaliauskas. He had some success just a couple of moments ago. Now 10 seconds to secure the round if he can.
And you know, those few hard punches really made a difference, but Molina, he's awaiting a fight a little bit right here. He's trying to show both, but those walk-offs are not just a sign of confidence or disrespect to Egidijus Kavaliauskas. I think he felt those power jabs which were coming at the end of a round. And those are a little bit of a game changer right now, because so far Egis wasn't, he just couldn't find those, you know, he was outside the range, but this was the first time that those actually connected and went to the target.
Although, Martinos, let's not forget, the round was 3 minutes long. The first 2 minutes, it felt like they belonged to Molina, so the last minute of the round might be impressive, but might not be enough to win that round. I'm not sure how the judges saw it. We'll see that later on if we get to the judge decision. Anyways, some positive signs from the Lithuanian. Changing the tide so far.
So far, it's a fight of Molinas, of a defending EBU European welterweight champion, but we are seeing some positive signs from the opposing side, from the Lithuanian.
And again,
the good body shot again from Egidijus Kavaliauskas.
That was a good shot to the body. That's correct, Martinos.
That was a nice 1-1 and 2 from Egidijus Kavaliauskas, coming out with those jabs.
And the pressure hasn't stopped from the Mean Machine.
Nice check left hook. And Molina right now is blinking. He is looking to counter-punch that, but he is not being able to. He is showboating, but he's feeling those punches. Very nice. I'm telling you, the tide is turning a little bit here. That last minute in the previous round just showcased the ability of what Mean Machine can actually do in this fight. And right now, he's building on it.
He's definitely picking up the pace, and those stiff jabs rattling Samuel Molina. Much better round for Kavaliauskas, one of his best yet. 1 minute, 42 seconds left.
Now Molina is out of range. He cannot find the right distance.
That's what we're saying about Egidijus Kavaliauskas. He is a machine. He does not stop. And Samuel Molina, although he had 12-round fights, he showed some lack of stamina, let's say, some of those. He faded a bit. His hands were low. And now we're just halfway through this fight.
Again, Egis with those jabs. Molina is trying to do his style. Molina is trying to box like he used to before, but the speed is just a little bit lacking right now. The timing is on Egidijus' side right now.
And he's moving way less than he was in the first 5 rounds.
Definitely, the pressure gets to you. Even though it might not be physical. What an exchange! And Molina got hit. It's that mental pressure, and it's relentless. As you said, this is Mean Machine.
The hesitation has kicked in Samuel Molina's head now. 35 seconds.
Now Kavaliauskas is showboating a little bit.
He's trying to see if the opponent will react to that, but no reaction so far.
You can see Egis is getting more and more comfortable in the ring.
Molina whiffs on that straight. Now connects.
This one connects.
1-2.
But Kavaliauskas just responds.
We have a fight, ladies and gentlemen. I said 6
and now the confidence has shifted a little bit, you know. If Molina was showboating, dancing, and doing all those flashy moves before, right now, Egis can do them because he actually figured some things out. You know, those stiff jabs are doing a lot of damage to Samuel Molina. They're immobilizing him, and especially how he sets him up. It's a stiff jab to the body, and that slows Molina down.
That's definitely a confidence booster of a round for Egidijus Kavaliauskas. He doesn't seem like he's slowing down whatsoever. He has the cardio for days. And now Samuel Molina is getting some motivational speeches from his coaches to get back to that movement that was so successful in the first 5 rounds. And try avoiding these big punches, those jabs you were talking about, Martinez.
Molina was sitting in his corner and just yawning a lot, and that's sometimes that happens when you get hit on the jaw real bad. So he's just trying to feel it out, you know, how does it feel coming into the next round of this 12th round EBU title fight, round 7.
Short break, and the action continues. Essentia versus the Mean Machine, and Mean Machine's jabs start the round successfully yet again.
Right now, the fighters meet in the middle of the ring.
Kavaliauskas looking for the uppercut and some hooks to the body.
Ooh, very nice
there.
Right cross coming from Mean Machine. Again, I'm telling you, Molina feels those shots. He doesn't show them too much of emotion after being hit, but he definitely feels them. And that's why he's slowing down right now.
Nice exchange here in the middle. Close range shots from both fighters coming through. A lot of body work from both camps. Might have been a tactic that was emphasized. But the further the fight goes, Kavaliauskas is looking more for the head.
Molina is doing a really nice job working the body right now.
And there's a bit of swelling on Molina's right side of the face.
Big exchange coming from both the fighters. Molina is trying to win his confidence back in the middle of the ring right now.
Yes, and we have a brawl here in the center of the ring. That's something I'm sure Egidijus Kavaliauskas prefers, compared to chasing his opponent from one corner to the other. La Essentia doing that just right now. Going back to his patented movement. And some nice shots.
You can see Mean Machine is flinching a lot, and that blood from both of those cuts is getting into his eyes.
Under a minute left in round number 7.
And it really bothers you during the fight.
Kavaliauskas with a mean look on his eyes.
You know, Molina obviously is a mental fighter. Once he gets his confidence back, he gets his speed back, he gets his flashy movements back. Once he gets hit, he slows down again. And that's
a good shot there from Molina. Target not found. These couple of tries from the Spaniard. And now Kavaliauskas responds with his own. 15 seconds left. Molina putting the pressure on. And it seems like Molina is now willing to exchange. This round was way more forward movement compared to the others. Maybe that what's necessary for Samuel Molina to gain that confidence back is to actually trade in the pocket and not just move around when you don't have that movement that was there in the very first rounds.
You know, Molina for me feels like an emotional roller coaster fighter. When he is successful, he seems faster, he seems stronger, he seems flashier. Then he gets hit, everything drops down. His confidence goes down and all of his abilities go down. This is actually a thing that Egis can exploit on. You have to get a little bit more dirty, you have to get some nasty hits to actually slow Molina down. For him, it's his game. If he can get outside of a pocket, be flashy, be fast, and just keep growing his confidence on, this is his fight.
It's really hard to say who won these last few rounds. I feel like Egidijus Kavaliauskas has turned it up. I feel like the first 4 maybe went to Molina. Now, this is a crucial point in the fight. Round number 8. We're going closer and closer to those championship rounds. Molina,
nice
down
jabs.
again.
Both to the body, both to the head. And the crowd is trying to cheer the local legend on. Don't forget, this is his homecoming. He never fought professionally in Lithuania. All of his fights were in USA, and right now, this is his first time as a professional on his home turf.
We had another homecoming in Eimantas Stanionis, and that was a completely different fight. A lot of pressure too from Stanionis, but that was a dominant performance. Here, so far, it feels like Samuel Molina is getting the better out of the Mean Machine.
Don't forget, this is 12 rounds, so we still have time, and anything can happen. This is not heavyweight boxing, but as you said, Gytis, the man himself, Terence Crawford, said that Egidijus Kavaliauskas hits harder than Canelo Alvarez, so you know. But to be one of the hardest hitting machines, you actually have to find the target.
Now Molina answers back with a combination to the body and the head.
And that was one of the most difficult tasks for Egidijus Kavaliauskas so far this night. Just finding a target again and again.
Those jabs again working for the Lithuanian. And good body work, and look at how he ducks out of danger. Samuel Molina, both offensively and defensively sound.
Molina is just doing a spectacular job right now on the ropes. He's not even countering Egidijus so much as he's slipping inside the pocket, creating his opportunities in lateral movement.
25 seconds in round number 8 left to go.
And Egidijus is just hesitant to throw. It's hard to believe. The man who is a mean machine and the man who has to pressure his opponents all the time, he's just staying outside the pocket, waiting.
The only thing that's working so far pretty well is the jab. And again, duck under that left hook of Kavaliauskas, Samuel Molina. Impressive so far.
¡Puta madre! ¡Así, campeón! Respira. ¡Ori! Así se gana, champion. Tú eres el campeón. Demuéstralo como lo estás haciendo.
So far, defending EBU European champion is set to defend his belt. He's doing everything right now. He's keeping Kavaliauskas out of the range. If Kavaliauskas gets too close, Molina just ducks, slips, gets under, gets really nice with his footwork and awaits. In the meantime, he actually counter punches. He doesn't allow it to be just a static counter punching fight when he's just running on the ropes. He's actually putting in work in those inside pockets when he needs to. If not, he waits for his moments, he lets Kavaliauskas work, but then he creates that output that just outmatches what Kavaliauskas can produce.
And now we enter round number 9 of this championship bout. We'll see if Kavaliauskas can find some success like he did in the earlier rounds. There were at least a couple that he could have won.
We've definitely seen some flashes of how Kavaliauskas can actually outperform Molina or at least match his performance, but those were only flashes. We didn't see them consistently, and that's the main issue for Mean Machine Camp right now. Good right hand and a good check from Egidijus Kavaliauskas. Again, we are seeing those flashes, but can he make it into a consistent performance?
And to Molina's point, I mean, even if he's absorbing punches, he has a good chin. He had a couple of clean shots right on the chin and stayed upright. Maybe was rattled once or twice, but really, it's not just the defensive ability, but also the ability to take a shot. And now a nice check hook from the Spaniard.
And he sends his blood. He felt that Mean Machine could be rocked a little bit from those hard punches going to the body and to the head, but Mean Machine is trying to respond. You know, he has heart of a steel.
Now a couple of good shots there from Samuel Molina. It's a combination of those straight punches, those hooks, a whole arsenal of shots by the defending champion. And now he's playing with the crowd. Samuel Molina, look at that head movement.
That's just an excellent performance right now from a champion. He's trying to build his ranks. He's trying to get his title shots. He needs to get a win, and he needs to get a flashy to be recognized, to be noticed, and to be respected against a guy like Mean Machine. And we know what resume does he have.
Good jab exchange from both fighters. Just 35 seconds left in this round.
And you know that flashy movement, it frustrates your opponent, and it definitely frustrates Mean Machine. You're just outside, you cannot find your range, you cannot find your target, and then 1 second the guy is there, you blink, and he's on your back.
10 seconds left. Molina moving around in his signature way. Kavaliauskas getting cheered on by the crowd, but so far struggling to find success and find the head or the body of Samuel Molina. The damage, I feel like, is also quite evident on both of these fighters' faces. 2 cuts on either side of Egidijus Kavaliauskas' face, and then obviously big swell on Molina.
As you can see in those highlights, those flurry of punches coming from Molina, and that movement when he gets out of the pocket, it's definitely something else. This 26-year-old Spaniard has some real talent for this welterweight division. You know, a lot of guys here are really heavy punchers. The guys who are not right now fighting for the title fights, for the world championship fights, they're hard hitters, and you need to have that evasive ability. And Molina right now is showcasing that he has that. He can stand with those who hit the hardest, and so far this is the fight that is happening in front of our eyes.
Kavaliauskas coming out aggressively after the break. Maybe he senses he needs to turn it up, otherwise the win will slip out of his hands.
There is that sense of urgency, most definitely. His corner sees how the fight is going so far, and they need to step on the gas pedal right here, right now. There is no much time. He needs to score those crucial points, get knockdowns, or maybe, even maybe, chase the knockout here. Again, Molina waiting.
Hook to the body.
Trying to measure out his opponent. Punching in the pocket.
One more jab to the body from Kavaliauskas.
That has been the setting up punch of Egis in this fight so far. A straight jab to the body sets something up in a later attack.
Most of these shots going to the defense of Molina. Realistically, mostly it's the straight punches that catch Molina. The hooks, he usually ducks under, but the jabs and the straights, the crosses from Kavaliauskas, those are the punches that can hurt Molina.
It's all because he rolls with a punch. He never sits in one pocket. Yes, he maybe doesn't move his head laterally to the left, to the right, to evade straight punches, but when it's the hook, then it's the hook to the body, to the head, he rolls with his hips, and that makes those punches slip away. Again, just the volume of punches is lacking from Egis' side. He's waiting, he's pressuring with his feet, he's trying to lure Molina into a pocket, but then he doesn't throw those punches, and that is hurting him in the eyes of the judges.
And I feel like that hesitancy comes from missing a lot of those shots. We were just telling you.
You know, you just can't expect to land every punch against a guy like Molina. Volume is your friend. You just have to throw and throw and throw, and some of those punches will land, as you said, some jabs, some underhooks, but you just cannot wait and try to hunt for that one perfect shot that might just connect.
5 seconds left. The fighters come together, and we're gonna go to round number 11.
Volume, volume, volume. You know, that's the only friend of Egidijus Kavaliauskas right now. If he wants to actually change the course of his fight, which is right now truly is not going his way, he needs to throw in flurries. He needs to throw long combinations. Otherwise, what Molina is doing with those single shots, because of his speed, because of his accuracy, because of his movement, and the placement of here where he stands to actually throw that single punch, he's doing the better job at it. You just cannot play into Molina's game, into a defending champion's game.
The only question left is how much does Egidijus Kavaliauskas have left in his tank?
A lot of the blood is coming from both of the cuts in Egidijus' face. The nose is bruised. A lot of damage was dealt by defending EBU champion of Europe, Samuel Molina.
Championship round number 11. Kavaliauskas Molina. Does Egidijus Kavaliauskas have enough to change the course of this fight? Pumping that jab, Samuel Molina, to start the round. And again, pressure with not many punches thrown, like you said, Martinez.
And Molina is just intensifying his volume. We talked that he might lack stamina in those later rounds, but so far this is definitely not the case from a Spaniard.
He might lack the power, he might be outmatched in that department by Kavaliauskas, but defensively, that's a masterclass. A good shot there, digging into the body of Mean Machine, Samuel Molina. Scoring punches, and now conceding some jabs, returning with some of his own.
Good combination for Mean Machine, but Molina just stays in the pocket. He shows that he's not afraid of the power anymore. That's the statement right now. Again, Mean Machine is trying to be more active, but you need to have that on the other level if you want to change anything.
Molina is now on the front foot.
Molina is actually responding to every punch with a punch of his own in this fight.
And that's the difference between Kavaliauskas' last opponent and this current one. Molina throws a lot back. And that's what makes the fight exciting. That's what makes Samuel Molina an exciting champion and an exciting prospect moving forward. Only 26 years of age. 40 seconds left in round 11. What is his biggest fight of his career?
You know, right now Molina is really establishing himself as one of the biggest contenders in the world in the welterweight division. Of course, there is still one round left, but so far, what a performance by EBU champion.
Machine trying to create something with those jabs, but they come far and few in between. 5 seconds left. And we'll go to the final round of this fight. Martinez, do you see anything that Egidijus Kavaliauskas could do to potentially somehow win this fight?
You know, the song that Egidijus Kavaliauskas was stepping into the ring, one of the lyrics is, the people said that the rain is coming. So, you know, Only a thunderstorm and a miracle lightning can actually save Mean Machine right now. We have to say it, this homecoming for Egidijus Kavaliauskas was spoiled by a real talent coming from Spain, a defending champion from EBU, European welterweight champion right now, who is defending the belt. He has showcased his talent here in Kaunas in Lithuania, and the only thing that can save Egidijus Kavaliauskas is that power. If he still can muster it, if he can still muster the strength with one good combination and maybe rock Molina, then we can have a fight of our hands. Otherwise, if it goes to points, I don't think it's going his way.
Let's see if Egidijus Kavaliauskas takes his chances in round number 12. It's all or nothing for Mean Machine against La Esencia, Samuel Molina.
Both of our fighters are throwing. You know, Samuel Molina is showing that he's not afraid to throw.
He could easily probably just outrun Egidijus Kavaliauskas in this round, but he wants to exchange.
He wants to make a statement.
He wants to make a statement. A win is not enough. Kavaliauskas. Like you said, Samuel Molina is willing to exchange and take Kavaliauskas' punches. He's not afraid of them anymore. Maybe he can feel that the power is not there anymore. I'm not sure.
Kavaliauskas out with a lot of follow-up punches, and Mean Machine is just trying to do something, but
it's not enough so far.
I think it's just too little, too late. Molina got his head rocked back a little bit by that jab of Egidijus Kavaliauskas, but so far, what a masterpiece from Samuel Molina. What a movement, what a footwork, how fast he is, how well he perceives the distance. That's a talent right here.
That's on point, Martinez. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this fight. The crowd is trying to get Kavaliauskas going, but we're not seeing much progress. If you want to find a knockout, you need to put in the work, take the chances.
That's the last 60 seconds in this fight. 12 rounds for EBU European title. Mean Machine and Samuel Molina. They're throwing it all out here in Kaunas, Lithuania.
And what's surprising to me is how Molina is taking that risk of exchanging in the middle. I believe that means he has felt and taken the hardest punches Egidijus Kavaliauskas can throw, and there's no fear in this man's eyes.
25 seconds left in this fight. That's the last chance for Mean Machine to actually do anything. And Samuel Molina is just dictating the pace right there. He's attacking Mean Machine, but he's falling back, and it's all out. What a shot! And Mean Machine is shocked!
A wild exchange by both boxers. 5 seconds left. What a way to end this championship bout.
And that is it! We just had a fight for the ages here in Lithuania. We have to say we have never seen anything like it here in Kaunas or in Lithuania. This was the highest level of boxing you can bring right here, and that was a true championship fight. And what a performance from a defending champion from Spain, Samuel Molina. We said it time and time again, he's only 26, but gosh, this guy can perform so immensely great.
A defensive masterclass from the Spanish fighter, honestly. We doubted some of his abilities, you know.
And what
we
a show of
haven't seen him
respect
against the top level. And now, I think, if our judgment is right, probably defended this title against the biggest name in his career. But we won't need to guess for much longer, as the judges are tallying up the scorecards. And you see a lot of emotion coming from Samuel Molina in the middle of the ring.
He feels like he won this fight, and I think he feels it Deservedly. That's it. There is nothing more to say, you know. He took a really hard challenge in deciding to face Egidijus Kavaliauskas. We all know what he's capable of, but he came out here like he was a man prepared to do everything he needed to do. And as we wait for the scorecards, you know, this was an incredible performance. And you have to agree, you know, Egidijus Kavaliauskas is 37 years of age, so he might be slowing down right now. Sometimes Favre just catches them all, and you just don't know if it's just one night or a tendency we actually get to see. Only the next fight can tell the difference, you know?
I just love watching these tears of joy from both the coach and the fighter. It means so much to these guys to prove themselves right and win, potentially win the fight. I mean, we're sort of stating a fact, but I feel like it is kind of obvious if you watch the fight.
And you know, from my eyes right now, I just want to try and compare Samuel Molina against the best welterweights in the world. You know, you have the champions, you have the guys who are title contenders, and for me, as a Lithuanian, in my mind, I'm already comparing him in a possible fight against Eimantas Stanionis. I know it's not a fight that might actually get done, but we don't have a lot of fighters, and you just try to compare them, and I think he's a dangerous fighter for anyone, even for Eimantas. So that tells a lot about his skill set and the talent level that he possesses. And now we're getting everybody in the ring for the official decision.
Kaunas, this is it. The scores are in. And the scores are 115-114 Molina. 115-113 Kavaliauskas. 115-113 Kavaliauskas, winner by majority. Egidijus Kavaliauskas, as he receives the EBU
decision here in Kaunas,
as well as WBC
shocker.
for honor.
I am speechless. I'm gonna be honest, Martynas. I thought we just witnessed a defensive masterclass. And nothing against the Lithuanian fighter, obviously.
Kaunas,
But
EBU pusvidutinio svorio
let's listen to what
čempionas
he has to
ir
say.
WBC diržo dėl šlovės turėtojas Egidijus Kavaliauskas. Egidijau, ką norėtum pasakyti Kauno publikai iškart po kovos?
Ačiū, Kaunas, labai ačiū. Reikėjo jūsų palaikymo, girdėjau visų šūksnius. Ačiū jums.
Kaip jautėsi tom akimirkom ir dabar tokia akimirka, kai visa arena ant savo kojų kai skamba Lietuvos himnas, kai tavo ranka kyla į viršų?
Smagu, nesu patenkintas taip, kaip kova klostėsi. Galvos smūgiai į vieną antakį, tada į kitą antakį, tada į nosį. Referiui sakiau, vis kartojau, su galva lenda. Nu toks, nešvari kova gavosi, ne taip, kaip turėjo būti.
A message for international audiences now.
Thank you for everyone for support. I know they're not happy, but Molina was just running, tried to avoid the fight. I was making pressure. I know I did good. I know I won the fight.
Ar dar tave matysim šitam ringe Kaune?
Reikia klausti UTMA, Viktorai, ar matysim?
Viktoras nedrąsiai linksi, o ar nori pamatyti dar čia Egidijų? Žalgirio Arena! Man atrodo, mes turim sprendimą. Samuel, you want a word?
Everything, no. No the winning. Me, winner. Everything, no. Todo el mundo lo sabe, he ganado yo. Sinceramente, no me bucheéis. Es la realidad. Esto es boxeo. Puedo ganar o puedo perder. Si pierdo, lo admito. Pero he ganado. Y todos lo saben. Tú lo sabes. Todo el mundo lo sabe. He ganado.
Daug reiks vers paskui.
Esto es una vergüenza para el boxeo.
Visi žino, kad aš laimėjau. Aš tam stengiaus. Tikrai čia yra melas. Gal ne taip suskaičiuota, gal kažkas kitaip.
Mano žiniomis skaičiuota buvo kruopščiai ir mano rankose yra oficialūs rezultatai. Žalgirio Arena, dar kartą jūsų aplodismentai. EBU pusvidutinio svorio čempionas, WBC diržo dėl šlovės turėtojas Egidijus Main Machine Kavaliauskas.